Good morning, Nilbert. Excellent. This meeting is being live. Ooh, we're being live streamed. I love it. I didn't know how to do that, but we're doing it. I'm going to put in where I'm from. I'm in Morristown, New Jersey, which is northern New Jersey, about 30 miles west of New York City. Yes, wonderful. Great. St. George, Utah, wonderful. Good morning, everyone. Just giving everyone a moment to log in here before we kick things off. Good morning, Daryl, Wendy. Hi, Craig from Atlanta. Excellent. Hi. I love it. I love it. We are being recorded here. Frida in Florida. I love it. Frida, where are you in Florida?
Ocala,
Oh, wonderful. That's wonderful. Horse
North,
country.
North Country.
Yeah. I went to University of Florida in Gainesville. Go Gators.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And Chris from Scottsdale, Arizona. How pretty. Oh, originally from Montclair, Jersey in the house. And George is Austin, Texas. Thank you, George, for being here. Camille's Florida for now. Ooh, Utah soon. Yeah, so Camille and Frida, you're really close to each other, which is amazing. You guys should meet up for coffee for sure, for sure. And Bill's in Dayton, USA. So, we have an iPhone or Samsung here from Dallas. I'm not sure who that is, but we're happy you're here. Yes, horse country. I love it. My girlfriend's in just outside of San Antonio in Texas in horse country there. So what beautiful land. What beautiful land. So I have 10:33 here. Maybe it's 8:33 or 9:33 wherever you are, or even earlier, but we're so excited. Welcome to Friday, the end of the week. It's so exciting. My name is Nicole Barone. As I mentioned, I'm from New Jersey. I'm honored to be with you here today. And this is my first mastermind call. So I'm super excited to share with all of you. We had an amazing week this week because we had Adrienne Ruiz in the house. George let me borrow her for the week. And we had a lot of fun events and activities. We had a really large event in New Jersey at the Morris Chamber of Commerce, where I'm doing some regular events about once a month there, and then doing smaller in-homes. Yesterday, Adrienne went up to Connecticut with another gal. So we're just inviting, right? Events to events to events. Because in New Jersey, we believe the 5 M's stand for more meetings mean more miracles, right? And we're helping people with that. We're helping people share and we're helping people with some more miracles, or more meetings means more money. But it's just that. It's just inviting from event to event to event. So I have the privilege and pleasure to chat with you a little bit this morning. And I thought I would talk to you a little bit about mindset. So I'm really excited to share with you a little bit about kind of our mindset and what's going on. So I'm going to pull up a slide here. I'm going to share my screen. Oh, I have to host disabled. I don't know if George, you're able to make me the host, but I just realized I am not. So I need to do that if I can share my screen. And if I can, it's okay. I can kind of walk you through what I want to share with you. So that's okay too. So I'm just going to give it a second because I love visuals, but it's okay if I can't do that. So let's see if I can share here. No, I don't think I can. So we're going to let Beata
Now
in.
you can. Now you can.
Yay! Thank you, girl. I love it. I love it. Like, I love it. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, so you're going to see the screen. Okay. So can you guys see that? Is that up? Awesome. We have Christina coming in. Okay. So I want to talk to you a little bit about mindset today. And I'm going to welcome you all in for that. I'm going to look and see if people are coming in as well too. But your mind matters, right? And I want to talk about kind of our habits and what we're doing in our business every single day. And I truly believe that changing your habits can really change your life, right? And it's just those little tiny movements. If you've read the book Atomic Habits, if you looked at the cliff notes about that book, it's absolutely amazing. And the reason why it's bestseller is because people are making shift happen, right? It's that 1%. It's that 1% that we're moving every single day, which is absolutely incredible that you can make that change happen. And so, why do we see performers and top income earners and top leaders in the world? What are they doing different than what we're doing? Right? They're just changing a little bit of their patterns and a little bit of their habits, and they're excelling each and every time. Right? So, I want to kind of think about that in our business and what we're doing here today. And I think what's really cool about it is that what we're doing is not that much different than any top leader and whatever people are doing as well too. So I'm excited to share with you a little bit more. So I'm going to share with you this particular image because I think it's powerful. Because your mind matters, right? When we take a look at this brain, it's a beautiful, soft, organ in our body, and it has so many things going on, and all these, neurons, and everything's kind of being connected there, left brain, right brain, everything that's going on. But do you happen to know how many messages that are coming into our brain every single day? Do you happen to know that? And I'd love for you to put it in the chat. I'd love to kind of see what your thoughts are. How many messages are coming into my brain every day and your brain every day? Anybody have an idea? Throw it in the chat if you have an idea about what's happening, because it's really alarming when you realize that. It's a very high number. So just throw a number in there. Anyone want to shout it out or just throw a number in the chat? I'm open. 10,000. Okay, I love it. At least 10 million. I love it. Okay. So it's between 10,000 and 10 million. No, it's a little higher than 10,000. So not quite 10 million. 65 trillion. I love it. I love it. So it's actually about 45,000 messages that we get in our head every single day, right? It's incredible. When we take a look at the brain, it's exactly that. It's about 45,000 messages, roughly, right, on every single day. But do you know what those messages are that are coming into our brain every day? Do you happen to know what they are? They're negative messages coming into our brain. They're I forgot to feed the dog. I have to take the dog to the vet. I have to make a doctor's appointment. I forgot to call Judy. I forgot to call Bob. I didn't do this. I forgot. Oh my gosh, my friend needs that. I didn't get to do this. We run through a list in our brain of everything that we didn't do. And that's how we kind of start our day. We start our day going through all the things that we didn't do and how we're not good enough, right? Because what's the one message that makes us universal? What's the one thing that goes through my head every day and every single person's head here? Do you know what that message might be? We have a universal message that everyone goes through. And if you're able to type it in the chat, I would love it because I think it's really powerful for you guys to think about this. There's something that's negative that goes through my mind and your mind every single day, and we can change it. And I'm going to help you change it. The message, and I don't see anyone typing in the chat, so I'm going to give it to you. The message is I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I can't do it. You can say that. I can't do it. I'm not good enough. I'm not like her. I'm not like him. I don't have that experience. I didn't do that. Oh, if I would have done that, then I could have done this. Right. And it's really, really amazing. It's really amazing. So a small positive habit can begin to change your life. That's right. That's right, Frank. So you're following with me. I love it. I love it. It's hard, right? But this soft matter in my head, how can I control that? Right? What can I do to do that? Right? And so we go to the gym, right? Or we walk, we hike, we go out into nature, we go to the gym, we lift weights, and we're building our muscle here, right? But have you thought about recently building the muscle here? Because that's the most important thing. And I tell you, if you can accelerate that mind muscle, as much as you're working out, as much as we're eating and we're feeding ourselves, every time you put a fork to your mouth or food to your mouth, if we're working on our mind muscle, that's what's going to take you to the next level. And that's really it. So I believe the mind matters so much, and we have to be feeding ourselves positive information every day and kind of level set that. So there's a couple different ways that we can do it. We're going to talk about that as well too today, but I wanted you to think about that because you and I are the same. I question, if I'm good enough, if I'm doing this, but then I make that switch happen, and it has to be that fast. You have to work on it. Like going to the gym. Do you think I can lift 50 pounds if I've never lifted a weight before? No, So you can't make a change immediately. Change happens over time by repetitive nature, over and over and over. And I'm going to help you to do that. I'm going to really help you to do that. Okay. There is an amazing book by Carol Dweck. You don't need to get it. I'm just going to tell you what it's about right now. But if you just Googled it, if you looked her up, it's really amazing. We have two types of mindsets out there. We have a growth mindset and we have a fixed mindset. Carol Dweck wrote this book and I love it. Okay. So the fixed mindset says, oh, failures, I can't do it. I don't have the ability. I'm not like her. I'm not like him. I'm just not cut out for this. This isn't for me. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Like, I just don't know how to do this. This isn't it. My abilities, I just can't do this. I'm going to give up this. I'm so frustrated. Come on, I can't stick to this, right? We play this cycle. Okay, that's a fixed mindset. But I'm here to tell you, every single one of you right now, and there's 42 people on this call, and those people listening to the replay, we are so honored for you to be listening here today. You are of a growth mindset. You're plugging in every day. Failure is an opportunity to grow. When I get a no, I'm going to get a yes, and I'm going to get a no and a no and a no and a no until I get that yes. And that's what this is about, because challenges help me grow. My effort and my attitude determine my abilities. I like to try new things. And so you're already there. Okay. You're already there. And it's of that growth mindset that we can grow ourselves even more. So those negative thoughts that we have in our brain that make us all unified together and universal, we can change those because we are of growth mindset. And that's what's really powerful. And I have to share with you, it's an amazing thing when we do that. Okay. It's an amazing thing when we do that together. So I absolutely love that we are a sign. So Mahatma Gandhi said that your beliefs become your thoughts become your words, and your words become your actions become your habits, and your habits become, excuse me here, your habits become your values, and your values become your destiny, right? So we have to be careful with what we're thinking because it's the stinking thinking that's holding you back. It holds me back, right? Why do I have a power day? And I love to call it power day. I have an amazing Zoom. I'm signing up someone new. Someone wants to speak to my upline and talk to Adrian and George or whatever that may be. Like things are like all in a flow, right? It's that flow state that's happening, right? And that's a really good day. And when we're having a power day, I don't stop, right? I can't stop because the trajectory of what's happening is in that flow. But do I wake up every day in a power day? No. Like a mind, like a muscle, like we work out and we're building our muscles, I'm building my mind every day with those thoughts, right? And that's what's going to make the change happen. So it's a patterning effect that we have to do that. I'm going to talk to you about that in a second, how we're going to do that. So what are your habits? What do you do every morning? Do you take 5 or 10 minutes to recalibrate your mind? What do you do to do that? Do you just go right into your day? You put your feet down on your bed and you're like, I got to get the kids to school. I got to get blah, 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 right? How can we manage in all of that chaos? Joe Dispenza, an absolutely amazing man who healed himself, he believes that the process of change requires unlearning. It requires breaking down the habit of the old self and reinventing the new self. So, what are our habits, right? We brush our teeth every day, we comb our hair, we go down and probably have the same breakfast every day or something similar. And so, all we have to do is make small changes to that in order to make the shift happen. But if we pour into ourself and our soul, then we can really level set and get into a higher state. Now, we're all energy, and I know you would believe that. And if we can create some positive energy early, it's going to set the tone for the day, right? If we eat good things, we set the tone for the day. If we listen to good things, we set the tone for the day. And so we're reprogramming, and I'm talking to myself. There's another amazing book written by Louise Hay, talks about mirror work, and all of this stuff can be researched online. I'm just giving you this, and she talks about talking to yourself in the mirror with love. talking to yourself as if you are the greatest thing in the world. And that's a reprogramming of the thoughts that we have in our head, which is so important. So, how do we change? And you've heard some of this stuff before, and it's not new, but we have to decide and declare it. We have to write it down. We have to share it. I love accountability partners. So we share it with our upline. We share it with our partner. We share it with our leader. I am going to be doing this moving forward. I am going to be doing this. We speak it out. And that is so important. We make it very practical, very action oriented. By when, by how. The next 30 days, it's a run. It's a run right before the holiday. We're pushing, pushing, pushing. I've declared that to everyone, right? And it's sort of like, get me out of the way because I know I can make some impact in these next 30 days, right? We have to make it measurable and choosing one pattern of a time to make that shift happen a week and make that massive move, right? Because it takes we have to take a chance in order to make a change. But when you look at research, it really talks about it's not 21 days to break a habit. No, in fact, it's like 68 days, 66 days. It's actually a very long time to make change happen. And so, like, think about in the beginning of the new year, maybe you're saying, I'm going to start eating healthy. I'm going to add greens, vegetables to every meal, and I'm going to start doing that, right? How many days consecutively do we do that for, right? Does it last 3, 4 days? So really think about the last time you decided to make a change happen. And so I share that with you because I think it's really, really important that we want things to change in our business. We want to make a movement in our business, but have our patterns change to do that. If we say we're going to call 2 people a day, are we calling 2 people a day? If we say that we want 2 Zoom calls a day where we're inviting people to take a look, are we doing that? Right? So if you said that, it's just so very important to stick to that plan. And I think it can be a small pattern change to do that. But what I will tell you is that what I'm sharing with you as it relates to your mindset can happen in a few minutes a day to make that switch happen. Okay. Because we wake up with negative thoughts of what we're not doing. And unfortunately, what we see in the world sometimes in social media, we think we're not good enough. This person's ranking, that person's doing that. She had an event. He had an event. They're doing that, right? So we get in this comparison mode. We're like, I just, if uh, 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 see? So we're just like you. We're all just alike. But what are the patterns that you can change? What's the one thing? And it happens and it layers over. I told you can't lift a 50-pound weight if you never lift weights. You start with 5 pounds. You start with one change. What's the one thing that you can do differently? And it's about really pouring into yourself and jumping on these calls. Why do we jump on these calls, these masterminds, right? They fill our soul. We hear from other leaders. We hear from other people to say, wow, they're doing this way. I like how they do that. We're getting ideas. But what I want to share with you is that in an area of your life, if you're not happy, and you say to yourself, I'm not happy. No, I love this slide. It's like, no, do you want to be happy in that area? Yes, then you change something, right? And if you don't want to be happy in that area, well, keep doing what you're doing. But I know you guys, your growth mindset, right? So look at an area of your life that you want to make one change. That's like kind of really nagging at you. When I have time, when life, gives me time, I'm gonna do X. No, do it now. Do the one small thing now. Make the change. Make that change right now because your body's telling you, your mind's telling you to do that. And that's what's fun about it. Okay. So we can make that change happen. So daily change, it just is one pattern of a time. I truly, truly believe in affirmations. I believe in belief in setting the tone for who you are. As little children, maybe someone poured into you as a little boy and a little girl, and they told you that they loved you and they told you that you were awesome. And maybe they didn't. But if you tell yourself that now, if you tell yourself that every single day, you're going to be energetically receiving things at a much higher level. So I encourage you to start with affirmations. On your phone, you can get a free app for affirmations. That I am healthy, I am strong, I am smart, I am capable, I am unstoppable. I can give you lists and hundreds of affirmations, but I would love for you to pour that into yourself. I would love for you to do that. I love journaling. If you could write down three things every day, literally the matter of writing down three things that are great today, every single morning, it's going to energetically have you vibrate higher. I believe in meditation and prayer, whatever that may be for you. I believe in both of those. Again, because you're just lifting it up and out of you. You have to bring it out of you. I love moving my body. I'm in New Jersey. It gets cold here. I go out every single morning before I make a phone call. I never ever call anyone before I kind of ground myself with the air, with the space. I'll move my body. I'll take a quick power walk to get out. And it opens up my mind. It opens up me to receive information, but I'm constantly doing these patterns. As soon as I plant my feet, as soon as I wake up, thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you. Who can I help today? Who may I help today? Please bring those people into my life. I am so blessed at everything that I have because we are blessed. We're here all together. And then believe that you're unstoppable because you are. Your leaders believe that you're unstoppable. And I think it's that important that you focus on you because when you focus on you and you make one pattern change at a time and keep it until that's become second nature and then add something else in, that's how people go ahead and lose 100 pounds, right? That's how people make change happen. That's how they do business. It's like one thing at a time and they focus on it until they really perfect that, until it becomes just second nature, just like brushing your teeth, right? And so that's really what I wanted to share with you guys today, that I believe in you. Your upline believes in you. Your leaders believe in you. Daniel Pico believes in you. Dr. Dan Gubler believes in you because you're unstoppable. And we just want to go ahead and connect on that level today. So I'm going to stop the share here. And I'm super excited to just reach out to you guys if you have any thoughts or questions. If I can share with you, I didn't get to see all the chat, but I just wanted to check in with you guys here. So feel free to unmute, kind of share what you're thinking here. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
That
That
was
was
really
amazing
great,
training,
Nicole.
Nicole. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
for
for
your
this.
time that you put into that. It's really good. Really good. I appreciate that this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, that's so
I think
awesome.
Neil Barone also mentioned something.
That's so fun. That's so
From
fun.
Texas.
Oh, hi, honey. Hi.
Hi, we're having a slumber party. Come in here, Joe.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I just wanted to come on here to today to say, it's follow-up Friday, right? And what do we do when we're following up? It's like we're just reaching out to two people. And, I encourage you to just like reach out to two people and say, hi, how are you? Just start those conversations. But I love you guys and just, I want you to really think about that because I think so often we compare ourselves, right? And you're coming on here and you're trying to learn. I don't want you to do that. You are all so capable of this, and I'm just so excited for all of you. So thank you. Thank you for the love in the chat. Yeah, there's a lot of different books out there about mindset. So read or listen to what resonates with you. Bob Proctor's a great one. There's a lot of different things out there to do that. But that little bit of focus on yourself is just going to elevate you to the next level, right? And it's just so fun. So thank you. Thank you guys for the love here. Anyone else want to add anything?
Good morning, Nicole. It's Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
Hey, so I just wanted to thank you. And listen, the way you present makes it so easy for us to comprehend and focus, like to really prioritize what we need to do on a daily basis. And it's true that a lot of us, like, we get caught up in um the day and we don't take the time. And just by, taking that time, and just the way you explained it, it's just it just and this mastermind, I'm telling you, this is my go-to. I can't wait for 10:30 every day. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody on this call. And the community, the support is just that in itself gives me
Mhm.
inspiration and motivation every day. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Melissa. I'm really excited. And it's about plugging in when you can, right? And some people are doing this on a part-time basis. Some people are plugging in between their day. And I appreciate you, Melissa, showing up every time that you can. And I appreciate everyone here showing up when you can, right? And that's what it's about. Some people are making 10 calls a day. Some people are making two. No comparison. It's just how are we doing what we're doing, right? And that's so great. I love that you're able to plug in and learn. That's awesome. Awesome. Wonderful. So I want to just turn it over. If anybody has anything else, I just want you to reach out to two people today, kind of just say hi, how are you? Follow up. Friday is a great, great thing. And really just remind you that we're always inviting to an event, right? And we have a beautiful regional event happening. There's an event happening tonight and tomorrow in Dallas. And we have wonderful regional events. If you know anyone in the New Jersey area, we're having a regional event in November in New Jersey. Check the schedule. You'll be surprised that people in different areas and you can invite them to those regional events and we can plug them to a leader, right? We can have your friend, your connection reach out to a leader in that area. So George and Adrian will be in Dallas this weekend and you can reach out to George and Adrian if you know anyone that can make that meeting happen tomorrow in Dallas, as well as if, in my area as well too. So thank you. Thank you so much. Aw, thank you, Camille. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support, everyone, and jumping on. I appreciate you. Anything else before we close things out today on Friday? Jasmine, did you unmute?
I did. I'm a little fearful to share because there's I don't know, I get insecure, but the whole point is to
This
be
is really
grateful. I
good. It was
really
really good message.
love this topic. I was actually part of a Bible study group where we shared appreciation stories with each other. We did journaling together. It was
Love
on
it.
Zoom. And then we would write it down, what we feel God is saying to us, because God's voice is never condemning. It's always like encouraging. And
Yes.
then it says it accesses a different part of our brain when we hear. So somebody else we will attune to us and they'll share with us exactly what we said, and
Yes.
yeah, so just hearing somebody else say our appreciation story, and I think that's what we do when we do our presentations or when we share with each
Mm-hmm.
other. It's like, oh, I love, Nilbert's story or Lovey's story. It's always, encouraging to me, and we repeat it. I think I stopped that study group and I'm like, maybe I need to restart something like that because I've gotten out of the habit of
Mm-hmm.
recognizing what God is doing in my life, and sharing it with people. But yeah, getting into, as they say, every appreciation story or when we recognize something good that's happening in our life is actually a way that like God's trying to uh communicate his love to us.
Yes. I love it.
And so just, having that awareness. So I love this topic today and I appreciate you reminding all of us to find the good in the day. And so thank you.
Yes, thank you, Jasmine. I love that you thought of that. And I think what you said so well is that we kind of get off course, right? And like we kind of start to do other things, right? Because life gets so busy and we get off course with kind of taking care of ourselves and our mind and what we want to be putting into it. I'm really careful to not listen to a lot of stuff. I'll read stuff, but I'm really careful not to put anything negative in my mind, right? Because I'm controlling that. I control my mind. My mind's not controlling me. Yes, I'm getting messages all the time, all the time, all the time. But I love that you said that because sometimes we get off course, right? Life takes us off course. Things happen, situations happen. We have to take care of family. We have a lot of things going on in our life. So we have to get back, right? I would use the same analogy, right? We feel better when we go to the gym or when we move our body and we hike and we walk or we do something like that. And then life gets really busy and we stop doing that. And I'm like, I have to get back to that, right? And so get back to loving yourself, loving your mind. And it's again, that's so important for us to do. And so we get off course and we can do that. And God can help us there. So I love that you just shared that. Thank you so much. Awesome. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the love in the chat. You guys are amazing. I so appreciate you. I know this call is being recorded, so we can kind of share that as well too. Camille sending kisses. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, this is such a loving group. I appreciate it. So we're going to have a great day today. We're going to have a beautiful follow-up Friday. George, is there anything you wanted to add before we close out? It's great to see you as always.
I think that somebody else wants to say something. I see the
Oh,
microphone
please.
go off.
Yes. Who would like to
Oh,
say?
oh yeah, this is Rochelle, and yes, I just wanted to kind of elaborate on that too. That when you think about proactive wellness and what we're doing, it's not only feeding the food and the nutrients on the inside. It's absolutely just as important to feed our brain the positive things. And you are what you eat, but you are what you think.
Mhm.
And so it's super powerful to make sure that you're feeding the right food,
Mhm.
because there is so much negative that you really have to, just think of the whole body and the mind together as one. And it is the control center. It's the
Mhm.
control center for our body. So yeah.
I love it. We're getting a
Thank
lot of
you.
nods,
You've done
Michelle. Yeah, thank you for that. Everyone's nodding. Yes, yes, it's our control center. Absolutely. That was so well said.
Yep.
Thank you. I love that.
So thank
Um,
you. Appreciate all you guys. Thanks.
yes, beautiful. Okay, then everyone, we're gonna sign off today. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a beautiful weekend and Friday, and have a great event in Dallas, everyone.
Thank you. And remember tonight the global call, the company global call. Nilbert just posted on the right side.
Yes, thank you,
Okay.
Nilbert, for that. We appreciate
Okay.
you. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone. Awesome.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, have a beautiful day.
Bye. Thank you.